Hello, tonight I'm going to talk about the C2 and L2 magazine pouches. If you're watching this video, it probably means you know something about the C2 and L2 or already have a C2 and L2, and you've found that getting either of those is easier than finding the magazine pouches in most cases. Collectors usually find getting the main item to be easier than the ancillary items. But tonight we're going to talk about how the Canadians in general did it, and I'll show you an image of a Australian C2 or L2 pouch, and we'll go from there. Canada adopted the FAL in 1955 and used the web equipment of 1951 up until 1964, and the shirt of the Canadian Army was part of that web equipment, and this is why the C2 has a special magazine pouch. These pockets were made to carry FAL, L1A1, C2A1 magazines, one each in the breast pockets and two each in the hip pockets. These shirts were meant to be worn with the tail outside of the trousers, and we have two pockets within the main pocket to carry two magazines each one, so you could carry a total of 6 on yourself. But these are only made for 20 round magazines, so they had to come up with a different system for the 30 round magazines of the C2 and the L2. So in 1964 the Canadians came out with a pattern 64 web equipment. It was a lightweight system where the magazines were carried in the shirt, as I just showed you, and other items were carried, such as the canteen and a mess kit and the respirator, were attached to a very lightweight webbing system, which was a Y harness. But the C2 required a completely different setup because of the longer magazines. So the Canadians developed a C2 magazine bra. This is a 1982 pattern, but other than the material, there isn't any difference between the two. Perhaps there's some minor difference in the flap closures. I do not believe there's any difference in the locking clips. So this is what the Canadians developed for carrying C2 magazines. The Australians came up with a pouch for 2 magazines that went on your hips. And the Canadians would then go on, as I said, this is a 1982 pattern, to continue to use this until the 82 pattern of webbing disappeared. So the Canadians would go on to use the C2 bra up until the C7 and C8 adoption, and the surplusing of all the Canadian equipment. So these C2 bras are widely available now, and you can get them for about $40 as of 2021, and they're in as new condition. This one doesn't have any NATO stock numbers or anything on it. It probably was somebody's name, but this is what you can get nowadays. So in 1982, to go with the pattern 82 webbing, the Canadians came up with a magazine pouch that holds 2 straight C2A1 magazines, just like the Australian ones. They attach to the webbing belt and to the yoke. This one you can see is missing a grommet, which is really common for pattern 82, is for the grommets to come out. Unlike the Australians, which attach nearer to the top, or can be attached nearer to the top, this is attached to the bottom, and if you didn't attach one to the yoke, they tilt out and it's not very comfortable. These are equipped with pull cords, so that if you have a magazine in them, you can pull them out and it extracts the magazine for you. These are widely available in very good to excellent condition right now in Canada for only a couple dollars, and so you really can't go wrong at the price point for these. So if there's any equipment that you'd like to see, let me know in the comments and I will try and find it for you.